I don't know, maybe in this year you will see. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. On this channel I upload whatever I want, and today's video was supposed to be a weekend vlog, but it's actually turning into just a get ready with me / life update because I talk way too much. And yeah, so if you want to see me get ready, do this makeup and this hair, which is literally just brushing it out, then continue watching and you will get all of the juicy goss of my life lately. But really, it's no big deal, but at the same time it is a big deal because I got a job. So stay tuned, listen for that, and yeah, just enjoy. You will have to excuse the exhaust fan in here. It's constantly running. There's no way for me to turn it off, but I need to get ready. So I have my makeup bag and I'm about to get ready, explain myself, give y'all a quick update, life update, and enjoy. I'm going to update you guys while I get ready because I have a day ahead of me. I actually have a few days ahead of me because Monday I'm working. So I will update you guys on that shortly. But I am going to start getting ready now. How has everybody been? I have been doing great. Today I am getting ready. I'm just gonna get ready for the day to begin with, but I am going to go to the pharmacy pretty soon here, right after I get ready. But today my plan is to come back after the pharmacy and just kind of plan a little bit more for work. So then around like noon probably, my parents are going to pick me up and we're gonna go to my brother's basketball game. State starts today, so I'm really excited. They've been doing really well so far. They're league champs. Then they just won the district championship last weekend, so the first game of state starts today. Going in with my foundation, but I've really been enjoying going to my brother's games. It's been a lot of fun and I just love supporting him. It's just fun to watch basketball in general, but it's really fun when you know who's playing. I'm gonna be watching a few basketball games today. The girls are also playing in state, so I'll watch them as well. And I also have a cousin who's on another team and she's also playing in state as well, so it's really cool to know a lot of really good athletes, I guess. But I will probably be there until really late this evening. Tonight is whiteout, so the fans are supposed to wear white basically, and I no longer have like t-shirts from high school. I don't know what happened to all of them, but even if I did have them, they probably wouldn't fit me anymore. So I have this shirt and it is from high school when I swam, but it's honestly one of the only white shirts that I have. So, and also has my brother's last name on the back. Used to be my last name, obviously. It's not mine anymore, but I feel like it works. It does the job. I'll give you a full, I tried to show you my leg, which you literally can't see because I have short legs, but I'll show you guys my final outfit of the day when I get the chance and I'm done getting ready. But it's gonna be a fun day. And then tomorrow I am going to church and I actually am leading worship for both services, so I'm gonna be going pretty early. I have to be there at 8. So, and then I'll be there probably all day. Not really all day. I'll be there all morning, and then we're actually going to a 18th birthday party for one of our really close family friends. And so I'm really excited for that. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, my foundation is done. I love this foundation because it's so hydrating. Oh my gosh, there's like a hair on my face. ColourPop. I love ColourPop and e.l.f. Like they're becoming, and Rare Beauty, but it's like a little bit more spendy. But they're becoming like my favorite brands. I used to be like obsessed with makeup in high school, and then I kind of like slowly died out, and I would just only have like, I wouldn't be collecting products anymore. I would just be using the same ones that I have. I'm slowly starting to get more back into makeup, but still like only having the products that I need. I've been enjoying trying new products. I'm gonna go in with my concealer now from e.l.f. I guess now I can give you guys a life update, because like I said, I need to plan for work on Monday. So I'll just give you a little story time. My parents have this neighbor, she's awesome, and in high school she needed like a house sitter and a dog sitter, and so she asked me if I would house sit and dog sit for her. So I did, and it was really easy because at the time, obviously, I was in high school. I lived with my parents, and so she was literally 2 houses down. So she wasn't our like next door neighbor, but she was the next house down. We grew our relationship from there, so like she knew that she trusted me and like that I was professional, because obviously like she was paying me to do something. And so I took care of her dog and I watched her house, and that's kind of where I met this person. So fast forward, I'm going to college. I graduate college, you know all of this, and now I'm subbing, which you guys knew that I was subbing because I was still vlogging in December when I started subbing. And so I was off and on subbing, and my plan was just to continue picking up daily sub jobs. That was just my plan until the springtime came and I started applying. I wanted to start applying for full-time positions that are supposed to start opening up here soon. Also, I'm going with powder now, also from e.l.f. My parents' neighborhood, they're like all really good friends, and so they sometimes have like these dinners, and so like everyone in the neighborhood is invited to like have dinner together. And so my parents went to one around like Thanksgiving. It was probably like a Thanksgiving dinner. And my neighbor, I'll just say her name. Her name's Lindsay. Or my parents' neighbor, Lindsay, I guess. She's still my neighbor, you know, even though I don't live there anymore. My mom was telling her how I finished student teaching and I graduated and now I am just subbing. And she told my mom that her coworker is going to go on maternity leave and she will need a long-term sub. And she was like, I know Ellie is interested in kindergarten. It will be for 4th grade, but please tell her about it, because if she would like to apply, like that would be awesome. And so my mom told me, and then I was obviously interested because long-term sub jobs are just more consistent and the pay is usually higher, and it's just nice to know like that you have a job like for this set amount of time, and especially a long-term sub job for a maternity leave, because it's at least 12 weeks. And so you're like, okay, for the next 12 weeks or whenever this 12 weeks starts, you have a job every day. And so you can kind of like already, you can plan your pay around it, because that's one thing that's hard about a sub is if you are like trying to budget and know how like what your income will be for the month, it's kind of hard because you don't know how many sub jobs you will have that month, and you don't know if it's going to be like a busy month for subs or if it's going to be a slow time. Because from what I noticed, at least in my district that I was subbing at, that I student taught in, after long breaks there wouldn't be very many sub jobs like at all, like because teachers have just had this long break, so they often like planned appointments like if they needed to take time off during the break. And then they're also like not necessarily getting sick that often right after the break because they haven't been around their kids. It's usually like a couple weeks after the break that they start needing subs because kids come back to school sick and stuff. And so it's kind of hard when you are working day-to-day jobs or picking up jobs daily. You don't know until the night before to like plan your budgeting and things like that, because you just really don't know. So being a long-term sub is really cool in that aspect. Oh shoot, I forgot to do my bronzer. It's okay, we'll make it work. I'm going in with my bronzer now. I just started using this. It's a cream bronzer, or the putty bronzer from e.l.f. So I thought this would be a good fit for me. So I texted Lindsay. She let me know that when the application comes out, she'll send me the link. And then she told me the days, and her days were like probably the end of February through the end of May, basically. And I was like, that's perfect. My trip isn't until like the second week of June. Long story short, the application then opened up in December, and I applied. When I applied, I did not have my full-time license yet, so I applied as an emergency sub. I did not hear anything back at all, basically. I was a little worried about it, but I was like, you know what, it's fine. Like, it might just be because I don't have my license, and like, what am I going to do about it? Like, I applied with all of the information that I had. Then my license was approved, I guess, given to me. What's the word? I don't know, but my license was no longer conditional. It wasn't like an emergency sub. And I have my Washington State license where I can teach anywhere in the state of Washington, and I no longer have to apply district by district. So I'm able to be a full-time teacher at this point with my license. So I thought it would be a good idea to email the district and let them know that like my certificate has changed, and like I sent it to them. And literally right after I sent that email, like 5 minutes later, I get a phone call from HR, and this is like also in January at this point too. And she's like, hi, this is blah blah HR person, and I'm calling because I just got your email and I would like to set up an interview with you. So I set up the interview. I have the interview, and it went as well, I guess, as I could have ever done. Basically, I really did try to prepare for it, and I did my best. I was very, very nervous, but I did what I could, basically. And I was told that within a few days, basically, that I would like hear back from them. And at this point it was like towards the end of the week, and so then the principal was like, also, if we don't get back to you at the end of this week, we'll call you next week. They did end up calling me on a Friday, but I was subbing, and so I didn't see that they called me until the school day was over. And in the voicemail, she was like, you can call me this afternoon, or you can try to call, or like, I'll try to get a hold of you next week, basically. So I called, and they didn't answer, and we basically played phone tag for a while. And so I was like, I don't know what's going on. But Ryan, I was just kind of like, I don't think that I would be hired, because like I feel like they would call me back like as soon as possible. And basically it kind of felt like I was the only person calling them. But Ryan kept saying that like if I didn't get the job, he thinks that they would have just told me over voicemail. Like they wouldn't be waiting for me to call them back. So finally I get a hold of them, or they call me, and I'm at home. Luckily I'm not subbing. Also, I just put blush on, obviously. I'm about to put on my highlighter from MAC. The blush I use is from Essence, and it's taped. Ghetto, I know. Anyways, the principal finally gets a hold of me, and she tells me that I was offered the job. So, life update. I am now a long-term sub in 4th grade, and the school is not as close as my last school. It's literally 6 minutes from me. It is 15 minutes though, so it's not a very long drive at all. Unfortunately, they would not pay me to shadow the teacher. They strongly encouraged me to do it. So that was kind of annoying, I will say, because I've never met this teacher, I've never been in 4th grade, and I've never been at this school. So it was kind of frustrating, I guess. I obviously want to be there as much as I can, but I also value my own time more than that. I really didn't want to have to be there for who knows how long without being paid, you know? On like February 10th, okay, I am at my parents' house. I believe my brother had a basketball game, and that's why I was there. Something like that. And Lindsay, my neighbor, my parents' neighbor, she is actually coming to my parents' house to pick something up. I just so happened to be there. And she's like, actually, it's perfect that you're here because the teacher that you're about to sub for is having contractions. And I'm like, I haven't even shadowed yet. She's like, so it might be that you start subbing on Monday. And I was not prepared for that at all. Like, at all. But it is what it is. Like, you can't really plan with pregnancy, you know. She was like, but if she doesn't go into labor, are you able to come in on Monday and like shadow her for the day? Because I'm sure she's gonna go into labor next week. And I was like, I mean, yeah, what else am I gonna do? Basically, I'm going to do my brows now with this Revlon brow gel, basically. Okay, the brows are done. I got a phone call from the principal and she was like, hi Ellie, basically the teacher is probably gonna go into labor soon, and so they had to get a sub for her that day, and they would like to not have to get another sub when they already hired me full-time. And so she was like, if she ends up not coming on Monday, will you be able to be her sub on Monday? And then I was like, of course. And then she's like, but if she is here on Monday, can you come into shadow? And I was like, that was kind of already the plan. I would love to come in and shadow. And so I think that I'm only gonna come in and shadow for a couple days, and I'm lucky to get like 1 day in because like this woman is about to go into labor, basically. So Monday comes, I don't get a call, so I'm not sure if I'm subbing or not, but I get there, the teacher's there, and so I'm lucky enough to shadow. Somehow this teacher made it through the entire week of the 13th. You know what? Actually, that all happened on February 3rd. February 3rd was when my neighbor came over and told me that she was having contractions, and then the principal called me. So on the 6th, on February 6th is when I went to shadow, thinking that would be like my only day that I was able to shadow. That teacher literally taught with contractions. Like, she was like in early labor. She taught the 6th all the way up through the 10th, which one day she had me sub, but it was on Wednesday the 8th. She had me sub because her son was sick, not because she was going into labor. So I did sub one of those days, and then I didn't go to school on the 9th. I can probably talk about it in another video, but my mental health was already going downhill. I was just really stressed about this new job, and I wasn't, like, lesson plans were not made for me, and so I was just really, really stressed and worried. Right now I'm feeling a lot better. I'm in a lot better place, but at the time I was just like not feeling it. It was the day after I subbed, and I was like, you know what, I'm not coming in today if she's gonna be there. Plus it was Ryan's birthday, and I just didn't want to work for free, basically. So I decided not to go. Had boundaries, basically. Also, I'm going in with this like flat brush and this old makeup palette or eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. Basically, I decided to take that day off, and yeah, I had some boundaries for myself, which was nice. And then I did shadow the next day because I wasn't sure if that would be my last day and she was going to go into labor over the weekend. She didn't. So she was basically there the whole week, minus 1 day, because her son was sick. Then she comes to school on Monday the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. He is just like still like able to teach, I guess, and she gets a phone call from her son's daycare that he's sick and he needs to be picked up. And so she was really worried about that, and she was like, if I have to take care of him tomorrow, will you be able to sub on Valentine's Day? And I'm like, okay. So I'm not sure if I'm subbing, and then she texts me that same night, Monday night, and she was like, I'm sick now, so can you please sub? So I subbed on Valentine's Day, and then Valentine's Day was the last day before conferences. I was worried because she kind of thought that I would have to do conferences, which it's not the conferences part that was worrying me. The part that was worrying me was that like it's not, I do not know these kids. Like, I have not been with them long enough to know their progress and be able to talk about their progress and their behavior with their parents. And I also just have not developed a relationship with their parents yet. Like, I just did not feel comfortable. And anyways, I was just really worried that she was going to be sick still and I would have to hold these conferences. But she did come back to school the next day on the Wednesday the 15th. And she started doing phone conferences because the kids had Thursday and Friday off. And so that was going to be their full day of conferences. But she decided to just start making phone calls on Wednesday just in case she went into labor early. From when I thought I was going to end up teaching on the 6th to now, this upcoming Monday being the 20th, I thought I was already going to have to start teaching. But I didn't have to. She didn't have her baby yet. So they had last Thursday and Friday off, the 16th and the 17th. And then it was President's Day on Monday. And then they had the rest of the week off for midwinter break. So I haven't been in school for a week. I am starting full-time for sure on Monday, regardless of if she had the baby or not. I'm a little nervous for it. There's just so much to talk about. Like, I feel like I could just talk about that in another video, maybe in my like vlog on Monday. This is like my first experience in 4th grade, so I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm hoping that it goes well and things start to get a little better as the kids start to trust me. Other than that, obviously I failed Vlogmas, and that is just a whole nother thing that I could talk about. Basically, it's nothing huge. Before I talk about Vlogmas, one more thing to say about my long-term sub-position. So the official dates are supposed to be from February 24th to May 19th. But this teacher is really like preparing like to be out for the rest of the year, which their last day of school is June 17th, which I'm leaving for Hawaii the week before. So this was the issue that I did not want to run into, but we will see. She might end up coming back before then, but I already told HR, like I have it in writing. I was like, I understand that pregnancy and maternity leaves are flexible, but I was under the impression that the end date would be May 19th. I want to let you know that I am available past that end date. I am available till June 8th. But if the maternity leave is extended after that, another sub will have to be found for the last week of school. I just let them know now because I was like, I don't want to deal with that, basically. Also, I'm going to curl my lashes now, and I'm going to have to focus and do that, and then I'm going to put mascara on. So I will check up with you in just a minute. Okay, I already curled one eyelash. I didn't curl this one yet, but usually I put my setting spray on beforehand because my eyelashes cannot hold a curl. And so if I get setting spray on them, it will make my mascara run. It will make my eyelashes not hold their curl. So I'm going to set my face. I'm using this one from ColourPop. It's the No Filter Setting Mist. Okay, my mascara is done. My makeup is basically done. This is like literally everything I do. The last thing I do is I take a reusable cotton pad, cotton round, and I take my micellar water, and then I just kind of put some of that on a cotton round, and then I take off all the foundation and concealer that's on my lips. For my mascara, it depends on if I'm going to use waterproof or non-waterproof. My lashes do not stay curled very well without using waterproof, so if I do want them to hold their curl all day, like I'm really concerned about it, I use waterproof mascara. My favorite one is the Maybelline Sky High waterproof one. I have this one that's pretty much out, and this is the one that is in brownish black. I accidentally bought it, but I actually really liked it. And then this one is the very black one. And so I use these. They're almost both empty. This one is like literally almost empty. This one has a little bit more product. But on days like today where I really don't care very much if my eyelashes are super curled, like they will hold kind of a curl, but they start to fall very fast. So on days like today, I kind of like swap through whatever I have because I always buy waterproof mascara. I don't buy non-waterproof mascara, but sometimes it's gifted to me by my mom, basically. So sometimes I just rotate through these or just use all of them. So today I used this one from Buxom and this one from Dior. It's obviously a little sample. Sometimes I like to use this one from Urban Decay, but it's basically whatever I have. I actually really like this Buxom one, so I don't think I'll buy it because it's probably really expensive. Haven't even looked. But after I take off the product that's on my lips, sometimes I just put gloss on, but recently I've been dabbing on lipstick. So this one is a red lipstick. Obviously, it's really, really dark. This one I use frequently, like just as actual lipstick, but I think I'm gonna dab this one on today. So literally I just take it and I just dab it on and then blend it in with my finger just for a little bit more color on my lips. You can kind of see, but it's literally like the slightest amount of color. Like I don't want to wear a lipstick and I don't want to worry about like reapplying it all day. And I'm kind of feeling gloss at this point. I'm gonna put some on. This is from NYX. For my hair, I'm just gonna put like a serum in it and then brush it out. Nothing too crazy because my hair is so freaking long and I'm really just not feeling doing my hair. Back to the Vlogmas conversation. Obviously I did not finish Vlogmas and I'm kind of sad about it, but it is what it is. Once I lost that footage from like the video that I was most excited to film, I was just not like feeling it anymore. Like I was just really upset. And then there was a day that I had to work on. That video that I filmed of me explaining my job didn't even come out. So like I have this other side job deal where I basically work for a company that works for the military, basically. So it's like a health readiness program, and I was working an event one of the days and I can't film at all there. And so like you kind of just need to vlog every day for Vlogmas, and I just didn't have anything to vlog for that day, so I was just really frustrated. And then I just kind of like fell off of my editing game and it was just not okay. So literally on my like desktop are 5 Vlogmas videos that were filmed but never uploaded. So I don't even know what the last video for Vlogmas that I uploaded. I want to say it was probably like day 11 or something. I ended up vlogging through like December 17th, like Vlogmas day 17. And I really did think about editing all those vlogs and uploading them just late, but at this point, like there's other things that I want to vlog and I will just never be able to catch up. So I'm deciding to scrap those videos, and it's unfortunate, but I think it's just what has to happen. I don't know if anyone was really looking forward to Vlogmas and my vlogs. Doubt it, but if you were, I apologize. It just didn't end up working out, and I don't know if I would do Vlogmas again. Like it was really fun to vlog every day. I'm not gonna lie, like I loved it. I love vlogging in general, but the editing part is the part that's like just really hard and it's easy to get burnt out. So I don't think I will do Vlogmas again. If I do, I will have to be like in a place where like I have the time and energy to do all of that. But yeah, it really sucks. I wish I was able to get through just 1 year of Vlogmas. But other life updates, obviously it's a new year, so here's to 2023. This will be the year that I get a full-time job position, hoping, praying. I don't know, maybe in this year you will see classroom setup vlogs and first day of school vlogs and all of those things, which I'm really excited about. Other big life updates, I am starting my master's program on March 1st. Ryan and I started a podcast, so if you want to get more content from me and my husband Ryan, please listen to our podcast. I love it. I didn't think I would, but I actually really do enjoy recording podcasts. It is up on basically anywhere that you can listen to podcasts. So Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and you can even watch them on YouTube. It is called the Welcome Home Podcast. I will definitely try to link it in the description below. This is such a bad angle. I'm wearing these gray like jeans. They're like kind of like utility pants. Like they have this big, I don't know if you can see, they have this big pocket right here, and then they also have this like, oh, my hair's too long, but they have this like loop thing to tighten the jeans, and I love them. They're so comfortable. And I'm probably gonna wear my Vans maybe. Ooh, I should wear my slip-on Vans. Should I? I don't know. Anyways, I'm wearing this new necklace that my dad just got me. He brought it back from Israel. It says my name, and then it also says my name in Hebrew. I'm wearing this ring with my full name in Hebrew. This bracelet, wedding rings. I'm gonna put my Apple Watch on, but I forgot to charge it last night. I'm wearing these earrings, these little bows, and then these studs. And yeah, this is the outfit. But I'm probably going to end the video here. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like me, please subscribe down below. Comment also if you have any questions for me or any advice on long-term subbing or 4th grade. Like, I will really, really appreciate it. I have all my socials linked down below, including my teacher Instagram. So if you are interested in that, please check that out. But yeah, basically this video was just a bunch of life updates. It obviously was going to be a vlog. You've heard me talk about it, but it ended up being just to get ready with me and life update because I talk way too much. This video is way too long, but I just feel like it all had to be said. I really hope that you stay tuned for my next video, which possibly could be a weekend vlog, or it could also be just a day in the life of a sub. My first day as a long-term sub. So if you are interested in any of that content, once again, subscribe so you can see all of it and turn my post notifications on as well. But that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.